There are times when your energy is going to feel like your cell phone battery. It's run so low, it just shuts down. Now, like your cell phone, the screen is off, and you have to wait until it completely gets a good charge in order for you to turn it back on and be able to use it. And sometimes that good charge doesn't come for several minutes or several uh, hours, depending on the type of charge that you have and where it's plugged into and the type of phone. And you actually just have to wait it out. You have to wait it out until you're able to fully use that phone without it being connected to the charger. And sometimes we're like that when we're going through grief and we are trying to find strength and healing and energy. There are many sources of healing in the grief process. There are some key things that we have to remember as we go through this process that's going to help you in the healing process. And so I just want to talk to you a little bit about what are some of those key things. One key thing is hope. That hope is something that can be depleted and has to be renewed. Hope has to be renewed on a daily, sometimes hourly basis. And how do we begin to renew our hope? We start by looking at the little things and being grateful for what remains. Because loss is about what we do not have any longer, that person that we don't have in our life physically any longer. And because we're looking at all the things that are missing, that we once relied on, maybe have taken for granted, we thought was an automatic, and it's no longer an automatic. Now the opposite of that is to begin to look at things and not see them as an automatic, not see them as something that we're entitled to, whether it's people in terms of our relationships, that they're automatically going to be there, that we're entitled to have a relationship with them, but to see them and be grateful that they're there, to see them and look forward to them being around, to see them and see their value, and to cherish the relationships and to renew those ties that we have with the people that are valuable to us. Well, renewing hope looking at the fact that today you woke up, today you had strength to get out of bed, today the sun shined, today the person that you cared about called you and checked in on you. Today you may have cried a little less than you did yesterday. Hope and renewing that hope comes in very small ways. And so we want to look at the things that are around us, what we're able to do, what we're able to take a hold of, but also appreciate what we're able to find value in and renew our hope that way, knowing that if we cried all week and we cried every hour and today we only cried once a day, that we're getting better, that our hope is growing, and the hope that is one day that we're not going to cry as much. One day the pain is not going to be as painful. Will the pain ever be fully gone? No, because the love will never be fully gone from your life, the love for that person. But the pain will change in its intensity, and the pain of grief will definitely change in its duration. And so the hope is that this one day won't feel like the sharp, loud, aching, throbbing pain that it is now of loss. That one day it will be a dull pain. One day that pain, instead of being at a level 10, will be at a level 1, and it'll be much more manageable. So that's where the hope is. The hope is in seeing our future better than it is today. The hope is in getting stronger and getting better and healing. And so we want to look towards hope as a source of healing. We also want to look towards strength as a source of healing. And strength, like hope, is something that has to be replenished, because we will lose strength as we go throughout the day just trying to get out of bed, meet all of the demands of life, go to work, take care of people in our lives. The strength that's needed just to carry out our duties and to stay connected, stay committed, stay focused, because one of the things when you're dealing with grief and loss is that you forget a lot of things. You're not concentrating as much as you usually do. And what used to be an easy to-do list to kind of breeze through becomes a chore to get through one item on your 5-item to-do list. And so strength is something that has to be replenished. You're going to start the day with some strength, and then as you do different things, you're going to feel that that strength starts to lessen, and you'll have to invest more into strengthening yourself. And one of the ways we can strengthen ourselves emotionally is to listen to encouraging words. As you're listening to what I'm saying right now, it's hopefully giving you strength. It's encouraging you that your healing is taking place, will get better, and that the state of mind, the state of your heart right now that you're in will not be this way forever. And so listen to encouraging words. Also, if you have a faith practice or principles, operate in those. Grow in your faith, grow in your connection to God so that you can replenish your strength, because we need our strength to grow from the inside out to be able to continue to live and to do the things that we need to do for ourselves, for others, for the responsibilities in our lives. So you want to grow in your faith, in your connection to a higher power. You want to replenish your strength also by getting encouragement from the people that care about you, from friends, from family, from coworkers. Allow yourself to be open to accepting courage, to accepting just the positive words of others to help strengthen you and replenish you. Because as you're going through the day and you're fighting off negative thoughts and you're fighting off pain and you're fighting off grief, you're using your strength to do that. And so it's important to replenish that strength by listening to words of encouragement from others and by holding on to those words to help you as you start to fight off some of the negative thoughts and the negative words that you're dealing with. Another source of healing is really building up our energy. We need energy as we go through the process of grief and loss. And the way we build energy is that something begins to move. That movement creates energy, and that energy feeds the thing that it's being given to. So, for example, movement making energy is similar to how we get energy for electricity and energy to run and operate things in our home. Or the kinetic energy is changed into electricity. And so you see in that more movement will result in more energy. And in order for energy to be created, there's usually heat, there's friction, and the burning of fuel makes the energy. Similar to that process, your body breaks down fats and carbohydrates as you eat to make energy for your cells. And that energy gives you the physical energy that you need to get out of bed, to walk, to exercise, to work. And so we need to make sure that as we are healing, right, that one of the sources of healing is building up energy. That's why if you lay in bed for long periods of time, well, there's a period of time that it's about rest and your body gets the rest and then you feel more energetic when you get out of bed. But if we're in bed too long, if we have too much sleep or too many periods of non-movement, now we are lower in energy because we have not created any movement to help create energy in our bodies, especially if you're not eating. And that's why you'll always get the advice to make sure you eat and exercise as part of your healing process, because the eating gives your body the fuel to break down the fats and carbohydrates to make energy for your cells, but also the movement makes even more energy. It keeps your body in motion, and that motion is building more energy. That exercise is about building motion and building energy and strengthening the muscle and allowing your body to operate at a higher level of energy that it needs so that it's physically able to carry you as you are emotionally dealing with healing from grief. The other thing that we have to invest in as a source of healing is love. We have to cultivate love. We have to gather love. So as people are reaching out to express love, accept it. And when we talk about cultivating and gathering, that means getting around people who help you to feel loved, who help you to feel connected, getting around people who are understanding and who are contributing to strengthening you in that area. So to combat the feelings of isolation, which is actually going to work against you, your healing process, because we have relationships in company with other people. We heal in company with other people. And so it's important that we're around other people that are going to help give us positive feedback, that are going to help give us encouragement, and so that we can feel loved, we can feel connected, and having that helps you to heal. And so the last part that's very important as a source of healing is expressing pain. When we're dealing with grief, we're dealing with a ton of pain, of heartache from the loss, from not having our loved one present in our life, and feeling like a part of us has been torn away, a part of us has been shut down, it's been quieted, and it's a part of you that you need in order to feel connected, balanced, in order to feel supported, in order to really enjoy your life. And so when you're dealing with that level of pain, it has to be expressed. If it's contained in your body, it's going to lead to increased anxiety and increased depression. And so we need to express pain. Well, how do you express pain? We need to express it verbally. We need to tell the story of what we're feeling. We need to put words to the mixed emotions that we're having. We need to sort through the thoughts that we're having in our head about the loss. And so expressing pain is another source of healing, and talk therapy is a great way to express pain. And for some people, even other forms of therapy are a great way to express pain. So you might, do some other types of therapy that involve not just talk, but involve either drama therapy, so you can act out some of the things that you're experiencing, or other types of therapy that just allow you to express the pain that you're holding in your body and express the thoughts that are causing the pain and the loss to increase. So you want to look at having ways to release pain, and also to look at some of the physical exercise helps you to release some of that pain, to release some of that negative energy that's being built up in your body, and getting it out by walking, by touching nature, getting it out by swimming, by being in water, because the part of swimming and being in water is that your whole body is surrounded. And the water is actually holding you up. I mean, of course you're going to have to swim, but the water surrounds every part of your body. And some people feel very comforted when they're in a body of water and they're swimming, because every part of them is being supported, and they're not having to do physically as much as they would do if they were running or cycling. And so looking at expressing the pain, for some people it's just going to a steam room or a sauna and actually sweating it out, because they're letting their bodies begin to sweat out some of those negative toxins that are trapped in their body. And that in of itself is helping them to have a physical release of some of the tension and some of the toxins that are in their body, and they're feeling better after that. And so just these key things to keep in mind as you're healing through grief is that your hope has to be renewed. And so you want to look at ways to renew your hope and ways to be encouraged daily, right? Ways to express gratitude, ways to take in what's around you. You want to look at how to replenish your strength, because every day is taking strength. It's taking strength to manage the day, to manage your thoughts, to manage your emotions. And so you want to make sure to replenish them as often as possible. You want to look at building up your energy reserves, building up your energy as you expend it. You want to build it up on a daily basis. And then important to cultivate and gather love, right? Expressions of love, moments of intimacy. Be around people that are feeding you love and kindness, time, generosity, that are growing the relationship. And so being around people who are supportive of you and supportive of the process that you're in, getting connected to grief groups or people that are going through a similar process as you. And then lastly, your pain needs to be expressed so that you can heal, not leaving the pain trapped up in your head, in your emotions, or in your body. Finding a way to express the pain that you're carrying. And so all of these are ways to find sources of healing and to replenish yourself when you're feeling like your emotional batteries are low, your physical batteries are low, and your capacity to handle any more bad news or any more pain is running low. You want to do these things that I've talked to you about to increase your capacity. So I thank you for joining me. My name is Gessy Martinez, helping you to remember, recover, and recreate your life after loss.